Hey friends, Pastor Bill Walden here with Build Up the Church. Hope you're doing great. This is January 7th, 2024. As I'm working my way through the New Testament today, I was reading in Matthew chapter 5 and part of the Sermon on the Mount. And let me read to you what it says. Jesus has such an incredible word for us, and not only had, but has such an incredible word for us. He's talking to this great multitude, and he says, "You have heard it said that you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and bless those who curse you, and do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father in heaven. Because he, God, makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust." Now here's the clincher. Check it out. "If you love those who love you, what reward have you? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet your brethren only, what do you do more than others? Do not even the tax collectors do so? Therefore you shall be perfect," or mature, complete, just as your Father in heaven is perfect. There's an old saying that says birds of a feather flock together, and it basically means that we tend to group up with people that have similar interests, people that we like. I love being around people that I like. I love being around people that they're easy to talk to. We have a general similar view on life, many times similar view on faith. Same sense of humor. They like the same movies that I do, all that kind of stuff. Maybe we're both fans of music or musicians or something like that. You don't have to work too hard to connect on multiple levels, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with us being unwilling to love those that are different from us. It doesn't take any spiritual maturity for me to hang around with people that I like. And I seek out people that I like. There's certain people that I really like and get along with, and we go out for coffee, or we, talk over the internet or something like that, Facebook Messenger or whatever. It's easy, it's fun. People I've known for years and years, served in the mission field with them, or whatever the case may be. And it's fun, and it's easy, and it's great, and it's refreshing, and all of that. But Jesus takes it so much further than that. He says, we need to love our enemies, bless those who curse us, do good to those who hate us, and pray for those who spitefully use us and persecute us. And then Jesus went on to talk about tax collectors, and in that culture, the tax collectors, to the Jewish people, they were the worst of the worst, because they were collecting taxes from Rome. Rome was the occupying government in Israel, and they were taxing the Jews. And the tax collector basically was a Jew who went to work for the enemy. And Jesus said, listen, if you only love people that are like you, what credit is that to you? Even the tax collectors do that. Even the worst of the worst do that. What is Jesus telling us? We need to be willing to love everybody. It starts obviously with loving people that we like, but then it goes on to loving people that are just not so interesting to us. Are you willing to extend yourself out to other people's lives? And then it goes even further onto people that don't like us and that we have a hard time liking. Listen, we don't have to be agreeing with people about everything in order to love them. And it may be trickier to love people that don't like us. But I'm sure that if you want to obey the words of Christ and have the heart of Christ, that you'll find a way. Maybe it's just going to be through the sending of a greeting card, or a credit or a gift card to a restaurant, or a gift card to a coffee shop or something like that. Maybe it's just going to be, not face to face, but you can bless them from a distance. Jesus said to do this. If you're a Christ follower, that we need to be doing this. And so, there's more than a couple, but a couple of the cliches that come up about church is that sometimes the church, we are the frozen chosen, and we stay in the holy huddle, and we just want to be with people that are like us. Nothing wrong with being with people that are like us, but it's absolutely wrong to isolate and just be with people that you like and that are like you. That's not spiritual maturity at all. I know some people are busy. I think about moms that are raising kids and dad's working and has a long commute, and there's just not a lot of time, in life to even enjoy your family or even enjoy your close friends. But I want to encourage you and maybe even challenge you to find a way to connect with people that you normally wouldn't connect with, and love them. No strings attached, just love them. For the Christian, there's always a hope that it can lead to a discussion about Jesus, but it doesn't have to. We are to love people with no agenda. So Jesus ended up that little phrase by saying, therefore you shall be perfect or mature or complete, whole, just as your Father in heaven is perfect. So word of encouragement to you. Birds of a feather flock together, but man, the life in Christ is way bigger than that. So don't get caught up just with your flock. Don't get just caught up with your own. Extend yourself. Get out there and meet some people. Spread out. Even love your enemies and find a way to bless them. Okay, thanks for watching. God bless you. See you soon. Bye-bye.